Hello, 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 and welcome back to the GTD podcast. I am the Norax. I speak for the podcast, and we're here once again with, all our good friends and such. Max isn't here again, even though I said he'd be here, but that doesn't matter. I've got Matthew and Devin. That's all that really matters.
Because we're amazingly engaging commentators, especially me. I'm the best commentator for video games.
Yes, that is indeed the case.
I play so many and know so much about them.
Yes.
And pay attention to the gaming sphere, definitely.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantabuloso.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Whoops. Yes, I am the Norks to Speak for podcast. Where did Devin go?
He went through a rift in dimensions. Now he's halfway in the Golden Gate Bridge and halfway in another weird, strange white place with a clock.
Yes, welcome to the GT podcast. I'm here with Matthew today, as well as Devin. I've already just going through introductions twice as hard as I need to be doing, and apparently we're having technical difficulties up there, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's completely fine.
That's everything's fine.
Oh my god. All right.
The rift is back.
Well, why don't you just give a quick introduction before I get into more things? Matthew.
Hi, I'm Matthew. As I said previously, I am the best co-host on this podcast, who's the most interesting person to talk about video games to and about.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that didn't make sense. I'm too. And I definitely don't. I definitely play a lot of video games that aren't Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too far. And don't look into any of the past podcast episodes.
Yeah, if you're completely new to this episode, he's definitely played games other than Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
And Devin's gone.
Shining Force and Lego games.
Yeah, that's
and nothing else. Actually, well, Breath of the Wild and Dark Souls a little. I want to get back on that.
I'll believe it when I see that happen. Because currently I don't have much faith in your ability to play. Anyways, Devin's gone again. Whatever. I'll just get right into things. We have several things coming up in the show today. We'll be discussing the games we've been playing this week. I bet you can guess what we've been playing if you've been watching the podcast up to this point. It's funny. Then we'll be taking a look at two trailers today. We have two trailers. One for Nintendo's new a new Nintendo game called Game Builder Garage. Whoops. We have a trailer for that. We also have the launch trailer for Resident Evil. We'll be looking at and discussing both of those. Then we'll be moving on to host topics if we have any, but we never really do because everybody forgets to come up with one. But that's fine. Swiftly moving on from that, we'll be talking about news. We have a lot of news to talk about, mostly involving Epic. Basically going on a lot. Basically, the Apple Epic. It's not a lawsuit. What is it called? The legal battle that they're having has caused Epic to reveal a lot of things about their company in order to gain ground. So there's that. Specifically speaking, we'll be talking about Epic's emails with why can't I do things? Yes, we'll be talking about Epic revealing a lot of information during their lawsuit. We'll also be talking about Blizzard's incompetence in regards to how they handle themselves and their company and their dropping player base, and also
so it's normal on that front.
Yes, and also finally we will be talking about a potential lawsuit against Valve. So, without further ado, oh yes, and after news, we will go into shameless self-promotion, where we shamelessly promote ourselves in the end of the show. So, without further ado, Devin, what have you been playing this week?
That's a good question.
Well, you know.
You
Pretty
played
much
Minecraft?
I played
Minecraft 1.6?
Oh, I got to play Doom in Minecraft.
Oh yeah, basically. That was a fun map.
Yeah, Matthew found a map, and it's basically playing Doom in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Go around murdering a bunch of monsters, and it's so fun. And then eventually you upgrade it to like the really powerful weapons, just like it's so fun. It's so fun.
It is called Death in Space, and I used some shaders and a texture pack to make it look like I had guns,
All right.
and it was really fun. So the arrows were impossible to find because they were supposed to represent bullets, so they just didn't really have a texture.
I see.
Which was a problem, but there were enough of them in the map that I didn't need to find them.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that map. That was very enjoyable.
And it's only like an hour long.
Other than that, though, I haven't done
more like
much.
40 minutes.
Right. Anything specifically to discuss about, playing that?
It was fun.
All right.
I don't know. I got to hang out with my brother. I was really depressed a little bit ago for no reason. And then I found out I hadn't really drank any water for like 3 days. So,
That does it.
yeah.
Dehydration is a hell of a drug.
I drank
It
40 of
is.
these, in an hour, and started feeling better.
Oh, it's almost like being dehydrated is bad for you.
Almost.
Yeah. I've been dehydrated really bad. Well, maybe not really badly, but I've been dehydrated once, and it was no fun at all.
Yeah, no, it's not a good thing to be. Anyways,
I had a horrible headache.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely
Drink
interesting.
water.
Minecraft map into like continuing the trend of people just creating every game in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So there's that. People have been recreating a lot of famous game worlds in Minecraft recently.
It's really cool. And just adapting their own.
It is really
D&D
cool
settings.
and genuinely very impressive that people have the time and the effort and put in the effort to do this crazy shit.
I know, right?
Yeah, it is. It's really,
like,
really crazy.
I want to get a build team together just to build the Forgotten Realms.
Jesus.
As a Minecraft CTM map.
To be fair, that's not it's not like it's on the level of some of the craziest stuff I've seen in Minecraft. There are some guys who recreated the entirety of the World of Warcraft world in Minecraft. It was not all built by hand, mind you. It was like a program with some hand-built stuff here.
Oh, of course.
But it was very cool. There's also the guys who were recreating all of Lord of the Rings in Minecraft, and they were doing that years ago.
And there was SMP Earth.
Right.
They created what was it? What was the scale on SMP Earth? It was pretty big scale.
Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, it's really impressive that people have the time and have the skill to do this kind of stuff. It also just makes me realize that I feel like the only way you two can play any type of video game is if it's through the lens of Minecraft. Somehow. It's just like,
yeah,
it's either through the lens of Pokemon or Minecraft. And that's, if you combine those into one game, you'd get Pixelmon.
Yeah, but that's not as fun. It does seem like it'd be a lot of fun, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, ironically, I mean, I don't know what your temperaments are when it comes to blood and guts and gore in video games, but I honestly, if you don't mind that, you'd probably find the real Doom more fun.
If I had Doom and I could play Doom and I had a console for Doom and all of that, I would probably play it.
It's on the PC.
Yeah. I had a gaming PC. What?
I mean, Matthew does. Matthew
knew
has
what I was
zero
doing then,
excuses
I
other
would
than
say.
his
I
own
do.
cowardice.
Or my like ness. So SMP Earth is a 1/3000 scale.
All right, that's interesting information. Anyways, but yeah, but Matt, that's all you've been playing this week, though, Devin.
That is all I've really done.
All right, moving on to Matthew. Matthew, what have you been playing this week?
Well, there was a lot of 1.6. I started on a museum, lost a bunch of footage because I thought I was recording, but it didn't actually record, which really was annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Then there was depth in space, and that was really fun. I'll try not to spoil too much of the map, but basically, you're stuck in a spaceship, or you're investigating a spaceship. I think you're dealing with an infestation from some weird aliens that took it over a while ago.
I mean,
You're
if it's
supposed to deal with those.
demons.
It was probably based on Dune and Alien, combining like the two Doom and Alien, probably combining both of
It was
them.
Doom. We were playing Doom.
My point is,
Well, I
like,
mean, because the aliens were like spiders and that sort of thing, and dropped out endermites
point.
when they died.
I'm just saying, like, neither of you have played Doom, but the story of Doom is that literally the gates of hell open on Mars, and Doom guy
Yeah.
kills all the demons,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An infestation.
which reinforces it being the most Christian game ever to be created.
But one of the most overpowered weapons was a quick charge 7 crossbow. You know what quick charge does? You'll know why it's overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it load in half a second. And then there were the most powerful arrows that you could use with it. So you could fire it off like twice and kill a person in 2 hits, even if they're wearing the best armor
I see.
on the map, which was basically netherite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a flamethrower and a machine gun, literally, that just had infinite bullets.
Yeah.
Right.
The end
I
of the map
mean-
wasn't super challenging. It wasn't a super challenging map. Neither of us died at all. We were supposed to collect 3 wool.
Well, they can
And
only
place them in, like, the
replicate
control
so
room.
much of the difficulty of something like Doom in a Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah.
Doom is the classic of Twitch, like Twitch shooter. Like, you are like, you sprint all the time. There's a button to slow you down. There is no sprint button. You are at full sprint all the time.
Hey, Devin, why are you frozen?
Because just continue with yourself, Matthew. He'll come back eventually.
Why?
So I think I'm gonna try to remember to get back into like playing some Dark Souls this week. As long as I
That'd be
remember,
exciting.
I think it would be interesting.
That'd be exciting. Hey, you could even stream it if you were so
Uh.
inclined.
I don't have a capture card.
Oh, right. That's right, because you have it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like, you can get it on the PC.
I could spend more money. That's a way.
It's true. You could spend more money.
Own the game twice.
Yeah.
Seems unnecessary, but yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or I could buy a
I mean,
capture
you
card.
know, it's whatever. I mean, to be fair, I do own like.
Actually, which is cheaper?
To be fair, I do technically own like 5 copies of Okami. So, you know.
The
I'm
way
not
you spend
one
money.
I'm not
Aaron.
one to make fun of people for buying multiple of the same thing. I just gotta have it on all the things.
Do you though?
Yes, I have the original PS2 copy. I have it on the PS3, and I have it on the Switch. And then I might have it on the PS4 if I end up getting a PS4 and you know want to play it on the PS4.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. It was really fun to play that map.
All right. What were you talking about before, though? Or was I talking about?
I'm thinking
I
I'm
lost my
gonna.
train of slot.
Thought your chain of thought.
My
I'm
train of
thinking
thought.
of. I think I
My
might try to
train
get
of
back into
thought.
Dark Souls again.
Oh, that's
What I was saying.
talking about the Dark Souls.
Yeah, I just have to.
Anyways,
I don't remember it well enough to start from wherever my save was, so I'll just start from the beginning because I don't remember.
probably a good
anything
idea. Hey,
where I was or what I was
you're already
doing.
aware of the early pitfalls that might make you want to stop playing the game because you didn't get good. So like the Hellkite Drake,
Was the Hellkite right?
the red one, the big red dragon. It's called the
Oh, that
Hellkite.
dragon. Okay.
By the way, I'm I know you told me
Forgot
it
about
killed
that.
you on one hit, but I'm almost certain it's not supposed to be able to kill you in one hit, regardless of like.
No, I'm pretty sure it haven't charged straight at it though. So
Oh, I meant like when it flies over you the first time and surprises you with fire. It's not. I'm almost certain it's not able to actually kill you.
No, I don't.
oh
think
yeah,
it did.
no, I don't think that's what killed him. I think he just charged it afterward.
I see. So he was a gung ho idiot.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm fairly gung ho and idiotic when I'm playing video games.
This is why whenever we try to do hardcore on a CTM map, we always have to redo it at least twice.
Hey, on the server, I died because I was trying to sprint jump over lava
Yeah.
That's different.
around a corner. I was trying to do parkour over lava.
My
But I got
God.
blocked.
That was really stupid.
Well, it's what happened.
Alright.
And if
When
I had been playing
whatever.
on the old edition, I would have been able to actually do it.
Which old?
No, if you hadn't tried to strafe jump in the nether, you wouldn't have died.
Strafe jump in the nether. I don't know why I'm singing. Anyways, okay, let's.
Yeah.
You don't need to get into an argument about why.
I'm a skilled player. I just
No,
was
you're not.
playing the wrong game.
Anyway.
Yes. Anyways, but yes, that's all that you've been playing this week.
that's
Matthew?
all.
All right, moving on to what I've been playing this week, which is once again nothing, except for one game of Minecraft that I did like 3 days ago. Because listen, audience, I know you want to have content to listen to that's enjoyable, but I have reasons for not playing games, I swear. Somewhat valid ones this time. I've been rearranging my room again. So I've been rearranging my room again. You can't tell from this because the camera doesn't show my whole room, but whatever. Yes, I've been rearranging my room /setup. So all my consoles and TVs are unplugged, and I've been rearranging everything so I moved. This is, you guys don't care what I did, but just to put it simply, I've been trying to get a setup so where I can have a tube TV, an old tube TV, and a HD TV like next to each other, so I can play old consoles before they switch to HDMI on the tube TV, and consoles that only have HDMI cables on the HD TV flat screen. So I've been trying to do that for a very long time, and I finally have been able to get somewhere with it, because tube TVs are fucking massive. They have giant back ends that hang over stuff, and it's hard to get everything in a nice order. But I finally have a nice setup, but I need to plug everything back in. And I haven't had time to do it because I've been also there's a lot. My room is very dusty as well, so I've been cleaning plus moving everything. It's a whole thing. It's a whole issue. So that's why I haven't been playing any games to tell you what I've been playing. So there you go. You can accept that excuse if you wish to. Anyways,
How dare you not play games this week, Aaron?
how
You're supposed to be the host of this podcast.
how
How
very
dare you not?
Yes. But I will say one thing. I mentioned that I did play Minecraft, so I will discuss what I did there, even though you probably don't care. What I did specifically, the world we were doing 1.6 on, the one that Matthew has been recording on, that he still hasn't uploaded anything because he's Matthew.
No, I'm gonna start editing it tonight.
I made a mob grinder because there's
Oh,
a zombie spawner literally like 20, maybe 30 blocks away from our base area. Which honestly, the base area we found is freaking ridiculous. Like we went away from spawn on a boat, found a jungle, found like a rock beach, decided this looks like a good place, found the fucking
stronghold,
found the goddamn end fortress or stronghold literally instantaneously, found a bunch of lava pools underneath water pools for some reason because the generation is really weird. I found a zombie spawner not even that far away from our base as well. It's just ridiculous. So I made a whatever. I made a mob grinder, but I forgot that you can only hit. I forgot how slightly tedious old mob grinders were because you can't hit every mob at the same time.
old school.
I'd forgotten about that. But
you can use your fist. You can go pop, 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 pop.
Yeah. Yes, I did that.
Or a wooden sword. A lot of wooden swords. Just have a lot of wooden swords.
Yeah, well, lots of wood. I made stone swords, but whatever. Yeah, did that. I also still haven't made a house. I still haven't made a house, even though I made a location to make the house. I just haven't made.
I'm making a museum and still haven't made a house yet. So
it's whatever.
Clearly, I have my priorities in order.
I mean, this isn't interesting, but I died and lost all my items at some point. Don't care. Really don't care that much about it, but you know, it's that. I'm drawing straws for things to talk about at this point. But yeah, that's all I did
with that though. I died and lost all my items.
Yeah.
What? I said I would have led with that. Like that's, I mean, honestly, us finding the stronghold right away, that's kind of insane. But
without any eyes of Ender,
it was. We genuinely we were just digging down. We heard a zombie opening doors, and like, well, there's only one thing that could possibly be, and found it.
Like, wait,
it was completely unplanned. Genuinely didn't know we were gonna find it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
No, you can't stage. Okay, you can't stage that, but
I mean,
it's really hard to stage that. In some ways, in our case,
we should ask the NSA for the tapes since we weren't recording it.
I was recording it.
Oh, you were recording it?
We did get it on film. Matthew just hasn't done anything with the footage yet because he's Matthew.
I'm gonna be editing it tonight. I have 3 hours of footage set up.
Yeah. Anyways, yes, I know there's a cat. I know. It's very cute. Anyway, yes, that's all I've just been doing a lot of renovation and organization and stuff like that.
Nice,
I haven't had time to play games. We've been doing a lot of exercise recently, so there's that. So things have been taking up my time. Anyway, yes, that's all I've been doing this week. So, you know, exciting talking points. But anyways, with that done, let's just get right into trailers, shall we?
Okay.
Yes. So the first trailer we have for the week is...
Yeah, let's look at trailers.
I mean, unless somebody has something else to say or talk about, we're just going to get right into trailers. Cool. First trailer we have for today, Builder.
I'm pretty sure we used that section very well. Oh.
And that was the trailer for Game Builder Garage, releasing next month at the 11th. So June, no, yes, June 11th. I know months. Shut up.
That looks really cool. I want it.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
looks
get it.
fun.
You can get it because it's coming out on the
It
Switch.
looks like
What?
yeah, look, it looks
But doesn't-
great. I have a personal story on that though.
Wait, do you really?
I was mildly curious. I had like a dream that I was making a video game, and then I watched some stuff on Reddit that was like people making world building tools for D&D. And I was like, if it's that simple, I could probably make a game. And so I looked up the words game design. And then all of my ads on YouTube decided that they would take that Google search and just make it really relevant. And so every ad was just a dude talking about how I could get this thing to help me with game design, because apparently I like game design now.
Personalized ads are hilarious sometimes.
Yeah,
Also
they're-
really creepy,
yeah.
but
I
hilarious.
mean,
But yes,
that's-
game
that's- I realized I can make a video about this. Like, oh, sorry.
personalized ads.
whack.
You mean? No, continue.
I realized. No. A video about how to use YouTube for free, because the real cost of YouTube is if the ads actually work on you. And so if you want to make sure the ads don't work on you, just Google search something that you don't care about that's a product, and then it will give you ads for things you don't care about.
No, or you could just install ad blocker, which is always an option.
You
I
could
guess.
just install ad blocker, but I'm talking about a legal way, a legal
Listen, I don't
non-ad
promote,
blocker way.
I do not promote ad blocker. There we go. Now I don't have to say anything else. Anyways, but yes, that was the trailer for Game Builder Garage, the newest in what I would call, I guess, games about game building. I don't know, what would you call, what's the genre in that? I guess the game design genre of video games, which is
Minecraft clones.
No, stop it. Get some help. Eat McDonald's. Fuck me, man. I lost my train of thought. Yes, yes. What I guess is called the game design genre of video game, which there have been tons of these types of things. Like Little Big Planet falls into this. Was it Dream, which is by the same company as from Little Big Planet, Media Molecule. So like Dream, basically there's been a lot of games over the years that have like basically been games about making video games, which I don't know, I've always had a soft spot for them, but it's mostly because I'm a would be, with the biggest air quotes in the world, game designer. I don't know, I've always enjoyed these types of experiences, and I do think they are relevant and have what's the term, value within the gaming sphere, because everybody wants to, it allows people to express their creativity without having to go down the path of learning very complex game designing tools. So it gives people who want to be game designers a starting point, and it gives people who just want to express their creativity just an outlet to express it. I always like these types of things. Also, just as a side note, Game Builder Garage is apparently sort of an enhancement, I guess I would say, on something that they did with a while ago with the Nintendo Labo stuff. So this is kind of like a bigger expansion on something they did with that. So it has its own box, its own cartridge, and stuff like that. Anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, just words. I know, Matthew, you said you wanted it, but like anything to say or discuss or have an opinion on?
It looks so cool. I don't know that I do anything in particular with it, but I'd mess around with it. I know that much, at least for a little bit.
Right.
Same.
And you, Devin?
I would probably mess around with it. It doesn't look exactly like the type of game that I would be wanting to make, because I don't particularly like making 2D I don't particularly like making games, actually. I just like thinking about making games. When I actually start doing it, it's just like, oh, this is a lot harder than I thought it was.
You enjoy the thought experiment, but you don't want to put the effort in.
Yeah.
I mean, well, from
mean,
the looks of the trailer, you can make quite a few different types of things. There was like a platformer type guy, but there's also a side-scrolling shooter, and then there was like other weird puzzle things. It looks like it's actually pretty versatile for what it's going to do.
Yeah. I would definitely enjoy playing around with it.
Yeah, well, you can next month on the
Maybe.
June 11th. You can play around with it if you really feel like it. But yes,
Devin, you should buy your own Switch for this game specifically.
Buy your own Switch. Enjoy
I won't
your
just
own
buy the game. I'll buy the whole thing.
Yeah.
Spend $200 and a lot of dollars.
$200 and a lot of dollars. Yes, I also like would enjoy this as well quite a bit, because I just like, it's nice to have something that automatically enforces restrictions on what you can do, because then you can work within limitation instead of being free to do whatever you want and have overcomplicate it yourself, because that's just what happens.
What, that happens? No, I would never guess that game designers, especially starting out,
oh yeah, this
overwhelm themselves and try to do more than they're definitely able to do, because they don't really know what they're doing yet.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Aaron, how is your game going?
What game? I don't know what you're talking
Your
about.
cowboy game.
What game? I don't know what you're talking about.
How's your cowboy game going?
What game? No,
Yes, we're supposed to have more of it
I
done.
don't understand. I don't what cowboy.
Is there a working prototype of any of it?
Define prototype. Would paper consist as a
Playable. No. Playable prototype.
There's a reason I say would be with giant air quotes, because I haven't actually freaking made anything. I've drawn things out. I've drawn things out on paper. I've given a lot of thought about a lot of things, but I've never actually made anything.
Aaron, just make it in Minecraft.
No,
your problem was all.
I refuse to make it in Minecraft.
Do you know what engine you're using?
I mean, yeah. I don't know why I said I mean again.
So what engine are you using?
Wait a second.
Well, things. No.
You're using things?
No, the thing is, like, I wanted to start with like Unity or what have you. Like, I've been like slowly thinking and learning Unity and other stuff for a while, and I have been looking at Game Maker. Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Game Maker.
Game Maker Studio.
Yeah, Game Maker Studio. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But that's those are things I've looked at, and I do want to actually design stuff in them, but I haven't. That's the end of that. I just haven't. There's no excuse for it, really. I just haven't. What?
Do you know how to use them?
I mean, yeah, vaguely. It's
Okay.
Here's the thing.
I don't know anything about how to use
It
them.
mainly
except
comes
that-
down to the programming aspect of it, because I'm fairly certain both of them have their own programming language and engine. So you learn that to do what you can in that. And it's like, programming is kind of easy to describe, but goddamn is learning it hard. Because programming basically comes down to a lot of
It just so you know, every time you say those words, my mom goes, ah, in the other room.
why.
Because because she doesn't like it. It's loud. Because it broadcasts into her house. She doesn't want us to swear in our house. And you're technically in our house, sort of.
Not in your house.
You're sort of in our house. Your voice is in our house.
Wait, what?
Not in your house. It's not my.
How did Aaron swear?
It's not my problem.
How did you not notice that, Matthew? Okay, never mind. Matthew doesn't notice it anymore.
I wasn't paying attention, I don't think.
Not my problem. Anyways,
Yeah,
programming
sorry.
can basically be simplified down to if and or and what. Basically, programming is
And
a
ones
lot
and
of
zeros.
a lot of like if
Yeah,
X
ifs,
does
ors,
Y, then Y does X kind of thing.
Yeah. I've learned a
But
little bit about programming. It
it's
gets
more
really
complicated than
yeah.
that in terms of writing out the code itself.
Mhm.
Anyways, that isn't important. What is important is the trailer we just saw and the one we're about to look at. So, any final thoughts on Game Builder Garage before we move on to the next and final trailer?
No.
All right then. In that case, we'll just move on to our final trailer, slash next trailer slash whatever, is Resident Evil Village launch trailer.
There's nothing to fear.
Where's Rose? She's everything to me.
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest now.
Yes, that was the launch trailer for Resident Evil Village, which came out yesterday of recording. So you can go play it now.
There was nothing in that trailer.
No.
It's a no. Listen, if you've been following, like there have been 2 demos for the game and multiple other trailers for the game at this point. There's been plenty of reason for. There's been plenty of stuff for you to have and want.
Okay, never mind.
This is literally just the launch trailer. It's like, hey, it's coming out, yesterday. Yeah, just from I don't know, like the trailer seems to cover minor events throughout the game as far as I can tell. But I haven't played it because I don't have the ability to. But I did watch I watched a bunch of the opening stuff, and I did want to watch. I was trying to watch some of the game because I wanted to have stuff to talk about.
So you didn't play games, but you watched people play games.
I didn't say I watched people.
You watched.
play them. I just said I
Oh, you watched
the game.
games. You watched the game. Okay, so you watched
Oh.
games.
Listen, man. I was trying. I gave a reason why I haven't played games, but I was trying to get prepared
I
for
know.
the podcast. Because in this instance, I physically can't play this game, but I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. No, I know. You haven't played games because you're rearranging your game setup.
Listen, Mr. Man. Anyways, yes, Resident Evil Village, which is the 8th mainline, I guess, Resident Evil game. I don't know. It has like virtually no connections outside of Chris Redfield to any of the other games, as far as I can tell. So there's that. But like I said, the game itself has interesting, like it's going for like old, like grim fairy tale vibes with like vampires and werewolves, but they aren't literally vampires and werewolves. They're like bioweapons. But yeah, I watched like some of the opening to the game. What?
I said weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, honestly. But one thing that neither of you know about, because none of you follow games at all, is this game has been lighting the internet on fire since it was first revealed.
Oh,
because
I know about that.
Oh, so you know about the tall lady?
I
know about tall lady?
I know it's hit the internet pretty good.
Yeah, the internet has been on fire since the reveal of her 8-foot tall self. So there's that. I'm not like there's no reason why I should delve into why the internet is on fire because of her existence. But you know, I don't honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I don't get it. Like, I get it because the internet always does this when attractive individuals appear in media, but I don't get it in this instance because she's an evil bioweapon that's probably going to transform into a monstrosity. I don't get it. Like,
I don't know. The internet did stuff for Corona.
I know. They did it for a fucking black hole. When we took pictures of a black hole for the very first time, it took probably like a day for the internet to be like, we need to turn that into a persona. Because that's what the internet does. Yes, unfortunately. Anyways, yeah, Tall Lady Game's out. Go play it if you feel inclined.
Okay.
Anything to say or discuss? I mean, the trailer didn't give you much information, but we've looked at it before. We've looked at other trailers before, so.
I like the Resident Evil movies. That's a pretty controversial statement.
No, they're not good.
I liked one of them. Some of the other ones were really bad, but I like the first one.
Good.
First one's actually good.
No, it isn't.
It's cheesy.
It has one cool scene where somebody gets cubed, and that's it.
Cubed? Oh, that one. Yeah, no, it has some cool scenes. Like when they're it has lots of cool scenes. Shush.
What are you talking about? Anyway.
It's got some cool scenes, like where the robot has,
no, I've never. I've
the...
watched. Okay, I've sort of watched quite a few of them, and I say sort of because I just don't like them, so it's hard for me to sit through them. But if I was in the right mindset, I'd probably enjoy them just for their stupidity.
Okay.
Yes. That's it.
Yes. Well, the first one and the second one, if you watch them for their stupidity, you very much enjoy them. And then after that, it just stops being as fun. And so they stop being as good, in my opinion, until they get to the army of clones, because that was ridiculous. But the movie around that scene was not as good.
Anyways,
yeah, I like the filmmaking.
I'm just gonna say both of you have the ability to play like all of the Resident Evil titles.
Okay.
All of them are I'm pretty sure most of them are on PC. Matthew, Resident Evil 0, 4, 5, and 6 are all on the Switch. I'm pretty sure the Resident Evil remakes are on PC. Like, both of you have the ability to play multiple titles from the Resident Evil series.
I don't really have an interest in playing zombie horror games.
Listen, it's not always zombies. Sometimes it's parasitic worms.
That doesn't seem better.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't make sense. How many bioweapons did these scientists make?
Resident Evil in the mainline series, anyways, from 1 to 3 was like zombies that were created through a virus, the T virus, and other viruses that turn lots of mutated weirdness. Then in 4, it was like bioweapons that infected people. So they were like infected people that had some kind of like bioweapon, but they weren't zombies. And then in 5, they did sort of the same thing. And then in 6, it was like a combination of another virus that turned people into zombies and a virus that turned people into the Juave or Juve, whatever it was called. I don't remember. Anyways, matter? What are you doing?
Speaking of viruses and people, speaking of people, so when I was in the mall the other day,
What are you moving up with?
no, I just
Need to
recently
check
got
something.
traumatized a little bit.
What do you mean traumatized?
It takes a lot to traumatize me. Dude was overdosed and on the ground, and it was
Uh-huh.
pretty bad. And he wasn't breathing.
Uh-huh.
And the MEs came, or the EMTs came and got him breathing, and he's okay. Sort
Uh-huh.
of.
Fun story.
Traumatized.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was a fun story that you just told the audience. It's a fun story. Let's move on because none of you have anything to say. All right then. So yes, that was the Resident Evil Village.
Fun story. Yep, totally Resident Evil.
That was Resident Evil Village. I rambled about fucking nothing, and neither of you had anything to say about it anyway. So there we
I
go.
bet Max would have stuff to say.
Probably. Yes, that was the trailer for Resident Evil Village. Moving swiftly onwards to host topics because we just went through the trailer. So, yeah, anybody got a host topic? Where's Matthew? Why isn't he here?
He's gone. So I got a question about source code. Oh, there he is.
Source code?
Hello?
Yes. Do you think that in cases where it's like what's that game? Genshin? I think it's Genshin Impact. I
Okay.
think it's Genshin Impact. It might be the other one. One of those games, the gacha games that Max talks about. One of them is very much like Breath of the Wild.
Genshin Impact.
And I'm pretty sure Genshin Impact. Okay, I'm pretty sure it uses the source code for Breath of the Wild in order to run Genshin Impact. So it's like running on top of.
How would you know
previously.
this though?
Because they look the same and they probably run the same, maybe.
Just because they look the same doesn't mean they use the same source code.
If they did, would that be
No.
legal?
No! You're literally stealing code.
Okay.
That would be incredibly illegal because you're literally stealing code that other people spent time and effort to make to prop up your own thing. That would be
Yes.
mega illegal.
Okay, so my plans for money and success in the future are all gone.
What are you even talking about? Okay.
I was curious about that. I guess that wasn't so much a host topic as a question.
How about a host topic? Hey, Matthew.
I don't. I meant to try and think of one.
Okay,
You
I
should
got
stop
some-
saying that because clearly you don't.
No,
got
I
some-
did mean to. I forgot. Okay.
I got some game pitches.
Game pitches?
Okay, ready? Yeah. So it's a game where when you aren't moving, everything freezes around you. But when you start moving, all of the enemies start moving again. I
Super
think that'd be a
hot.
fun game to describe.
Super
Oh
hot.
yeah, it is. You're correct. So in this game, you collect battle little warrior people from walking through grass, and
Pokemon?
they have elemental. Yeah.
What are you even doing? Like, genuinely, what are you doing?
In this game, you
Seriously.
I can't actually think of more games than that.
Oh,
This game, you walk around and kill things.
every game. Every video game ever.
Oh. Yeah, I can't think of any.
You were just describing games for reasons unbeknownst to me.
Yeah, I was describing games for reasons.
But why?
Because I can't think of anything. That didn't have a
Okay.
topic.
We're going to have a discussion about Takis and why they are good. They're good because they are covered in delicious flavorings that only very highbrow individuals can like. Specifically, they'll knock your teeth out with the spiciness. See, it's covered in delicious dust. Delicious. I love it. It's so good. What am I doing?
That doesn't seem like a host topic, Aaron.
Let's move on.
Okay.
So, moving on to news. They are actually very spicy. Oh, hold on. Moving on to news, because host topics are a wash, apparently. Hold on, let me close this.
Speaking
I
of
shouldn't-
wash, the washing machine is very loud.
Or I shouldn't have eaten one of those. Now I'm not gonna be able to speak properly. All right, moving on to news. So first thing we're gonna be looking at today is Blizzard is hemorrhaging players as of late, and they have been doing for quite a while. Specifically speaking, 27 million active users. So it's Blizzard, 2 million players across its titles. 29%. Yeah. So they've been losing a lot of active players for quite a while. And I mean, it's not hard to see why. Their last new game release was in 2016, and other games they've released have been quite a massive flops. Specifically, Overwatch is the last new title they released, which was in 2016. They've had a couple other MOBAs that have just like flopped unsuccessfully. Heroes of the Storm specifically. Yeah. Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft 2, and Diablo 3 have been waning in interest. So they've been not doing too well. Overwatch, I mean, Overwatch came out in 2016. It's been a very long time since they've had a new game release. Yeah, they've been hemorrhaging players, and because of that, they've also been losing quite a bit of money. For obvious reasons. Yeah, this honestly all comes down to
Wait, didn't Blizzards make Fortnite?
no.
Oh, okay. Did Blizzards make Roblox?
No.
Did Blizzards make Minecraft?
No.
Yeah,
Did
but just
Blizzard
stop trying to figure out what games Blizzard made.
Did they make
Just
Runestone?
use the Google.
Also, Hearthstone is another
Hearthstone,
Blizzard
yes.
product that has been
And World of
waning.
Warcraft.
Yeah. So
Oh,
also part of the reason this is happening is also because Blizzard has becoming Blizzard as a name has been becoming more and more Activision Blizzard.
I looked at Blizzard and it showed me images of a snowstorm.
Yeah, is because the company is called Blizzard, but they are now known as Activision Blizzard, like whole title. But several directors and staff have been leaving the company. The Overwatch director left, as much as the much of the original Hearthstone team is left. So they've been losing a lot of old people as new Activision hires come in to replace them. So they're losing old talent that is leaving because of Activision's involvement in the company. So it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy of terribleness at this point. Specifically speaking, though, what was I going to say? God damn it. God damn my memory. That's what I was going to say. So, Blizzard's business model, that's what I was trying to say. Goddamn brain. I had one thing that I wanted to discuss, and my brain just decided to not let me discuss it. Activision's Blizzard's business model over the last several years has been basically update and release expansions, which has not kept a lot of people invested. Specifically World of Warcraft, like, unless you really care about World of Warcraft, there's no reason to play it. Like, every expansion is a new power system that basically gets thrown out in the next expansion, and they make you grind significantly in order to get something that you want. Like, it's not good. It's not a good system.
Power creep.
What?
Sounds like power creep.
Well, it wouldn't be power creep if they actually took the time to design these systems properly instead of just getting rid of them. Like, they could have actually took the time to develop each of these things and make them essential to like overall character power and increase in power, but they just kind of throw them out, or it gets nerfed or be made useless in another update. Like, this is just what they've been doing for a long time. Anyways, but Activision Blizzard expecting that is expecting that Burning Crusade as well as Diablo 2 remake coming out soon will deliver a boost in players, as well as Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. They expect that will boost their they'll boost their player base overall. Yeah. Also, apparently they're making a Warcraft themed take on Pokemon Go, which probably gonna fail because Pokemon Go was lightning in a bottle, and it's never gonna be successful again. Even Pokemon Go isn't successful anymore.
Well, I think the Minecraft Go got canceled, right? Or not canceled, but like they stopped
Minecraft
supporting
World?
it.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
Minecraft World?
Minecraft Earth.
Minecraft Earth. Yeah, it they stopped supporting it. Microsoft stopped supporting it a few months ago, last year sometime.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't even out that long.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only fair because it wasn't making them money.
Well, it was
Would've
built
been
around
making-
people going outside.
Hey, I want to play a Lego Universe Go game.
Yes.
You just want to play
No.
Lego Universe, period, which I understand
Yeah,
because it was really good.
Yeah, I really want to play it again.
Yeah, I went through so much of that game. Like,
Mhm.
I got so far. I literally leveled up my character to full in 2 separate classes. And also went through all of the Ninjago stuff that they released before the game died. I went through so much of that fucking game.
Yeah.
But anyways,
It'd be funny if we were looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. If we played it nowadays, we'd be like, whoa, this game's so easy.
I mean, it was easy at the time, technically, as well. It was, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a
I wanna play it
kid's MMORPG.
I want
You
to play
know?
it again. My little heart wants to play it again.
Well, maybe you will be able to once they find the source code, because that's what they've been. I mean, people have been trying to resurrect that thing for quite a while. So maybe they'll be able to at some point bring up fan servers and such. Anyways, neither of you follow the gaming industry. Anything to say on this before we move on to the next bit of news? All right. In that case, I'll just say my last thing on this. Basically, do I have anything to say on this? You know what? Oh, this isn't the thing. Anyways, you know what? Let's just move on to the next piece. Next piece of news would be that is to say, so apparently, according to Epic and some possibly emails between the two. So according to Epic, Sony charges publishers a cross-play fee in certain circumstances. So basically, during the Epic Apple trial. She said, yeah. So Epic basically revealed that Sony does this during the trial that they were having with Apple, which is just making them. I don't know what the hell Epic is doing, man. They just like to cause trouble, apparently. But basically what this means, if it is in fact true, which it probably is considering the circumstances, is that for those of you who don't know, you two, cross-platform play is when you can play on a platform and play against somebody else on a different platform. So if I was playing, let's just take Fortnite for an example, since it's Epic's game and that's what they were discussing anyways. If I was playing Fortnite on the PC and somebody was playing, cross-platform play is basically like, I can play Fortnite on the PC and you could play Fortnite on the Xbox and we would be able to play together in the same servers. Cross-platform play has been a thing for quite a while, but Sony has always been a little hesitant about going with it. Hell, they didn't even allow cross-platform play for several titles up until this point. And according to this, now what's happening is that apparently Sony makes publishers pay for cross-platform in certain circumstances. So what that basically means is that if you have, like, if Epic is saying, like, when Fortnite is on PlayStation, the Epic pays Sony for the ability to cross-platform play with other systems and people. So the thing that's free that everybody else does, Sony makes you pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, they only enabled. Yeah, so Sony only started what?
Nothing.
Listen, I know you have nothing to say, but you don't have to laugh at me.
Ha 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 ha.
Anyways, yeah, just to say, Sony only enabled cross-platform. Fuck me, why is that so hard to say? It's because I ate that spicy chip. That's why I'm having trouble. I shouldn't have eaten it. I shouldn't have eaten the spicy chip. But Sony only enabled cross-platform play on PlayStation 4 games back in 2018 after numerous public pressure and negative press because they didn't allow it at all. But now they are allowing it under the circumstances that you have to pay them, apparently, which is always fun. That's always fun, isn't it? But you know, I mean, there's not much else. This is a very long thing, and I did read a lot of it. Yeah, it basically just boils down to they got to pay Sony revenue as well as other things in order to make cross-platform play happen on Sony's platform. I know those words mean nothing to you two, but it means a lot to other people. So there you go. But anyways, I guess just moving on to our next bit of news. We have a lot of news anyways, so like I said, a lot of it is Epic related. So moving on to our next bit of news is the fact that Fortnite during the lawsuit. Oh, this is another thing. During the Epic Apple lawsuit, let's see. Yeah, I've shown, like, new documents from the ongoing lawsuit have shown that Fortnite generated 9.1 billion in revenue across 2018 and 2019. That basically breaks down to 4.5 billion in 2018 and a further 3.7 billion in 2019, as reported in Epic's internal financial presentation dated January 2020. Thanks to The Verge. Yeah, in terms of how that translates, specifically speaking, all that, the way that translates into profit is Epic has really said that it made 5.5 billion overall profit across those 2 years and a further whopping 5.1 billion profit just in 2020. This profit across the whole of the business, including other games in Epic Game Store, though we know this currently makes a loss. The Fortnite brings in the vast majority of all the proceeds. Yes. So there's that. It's just, largest game wide. Basically, Epic revealed they made a lot of money and are being very what's the term? Why can't I think of the term? They're basically showing off.
To the stock people?
Well, not the stock people, but this all came to light because of the Apple Epic lawsuit thing, or not a lawsuit, but the thing that the trial thing they're going through. It's kept roughly the same number of players, of course. Legal battling. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, but honestly, this is kind of ridiculous when you take into account that Fortnite is a free game. Literally all of that is coming from microtransactions for a free game.
Yeah, cosmetics.
Yeah. It's just
That's the best part. I like Fortnite
And children.
because it doesn't pay to win. But
I mean, it's not
I
pay to win, but it does have gambling in it, basically.
sure. Sure,
Cosmetics,
I'm just saying I like
probably
it
has
more
loot
than
boxes.
pay to win things in terms of like personal preference on the game, because it keeps the game fair, but then it also keeps people playing the game. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
but all right then. Just
It's probably addicting too. So
I mean, somewhat. I don't know, man. Epic, as a company, I'm having hiccups now. God damn it. Epic as a company, their business model ever since they established themselves with Fortnite and the Epic Store has basically been buy everybody.
oh
Like, honestly, well, it's even encountered. Well, I didn't put it on here for some reason. I don't know why. I wanted to discuss it, but one of the things during the Apple lawsuits as well, it was revealed how much Epic spends on getting people on their storefront, and it was quite a lot of money that they spend on getting, like, not just, here it is, like they get like, whatever, like to get like free game, like just free games on their storefront, they pay quite a bit of money as well. But like they have been incredibly, like, I guess you could call it competitive, but they've basically just been throwing money at people in an attempt to be seen as the biggest dog around. It's really kind of ridiculous. But I mean, honestly, they are, I don't know, man. They make a lot of very strange decisions, and they also don't make very many friends by doing a lot of their decisions. But moving on to our next bit of whatever news, that's what it's called. That chip really messed with me. I should not have eaten it. Moving on to our next bit of news is that Epic, during the Apple and Epic Games trial, a bunch of emails between Epic Games and Xbox revealed that they were discussing possibly dropping the Xbox Live Gold requirement for free games on Xbox services. So you would not have to pay Xbox Live in order to play free games on Xbox. And they were apparently discussing this quite a while ago, and this did actually go through as well, along with the increase in Xbox Gold price, that is. But yeah, this, like, they're basically just dragging this into the, I don't know what Epic is doing, man. Anyways, but yes, this is all revealed. Like, I mean, I don't know what you want to say about it specifically. Where did Devin go?
I don't know.
Anyways, listen, I get you think it's fucking boring, but you can at least care enough to stay. Jesus.
I think you needed to go to the bathroom.
Anyways, specifically speaking, listen, I said it would all be Epic related. Like, you can check out all of these articles for yourself in the description or pinned comment below to get like the full thing. But like, at some point, it just comes down to me literally reading an article at you, and that's not fun nor entertaining. So basically, what this comes down to is that this was released during and it kind of, I mean, it confirms what we already know, is the fact that everybody in the games industry is like, they're not like, they enjoy friendly competition and are on terms with each other as far as money is concerned. Like, you know, everything's for the pursuit of money.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, moving on to our last bit of news, which is actually probably the most interesting bit we have. Everything else was just a lot of fucking talk about Epic and the fucking corporate world they infest. But so moving on to our last bit of news today. So I have to preface this. This is all alleged. None of this has been confirmed by any source. This is all alleged, just based on the person that has claimed this to be the case. So according to so Valve is facing a lawsuit, possibly anyways. I mean, it's like by 3 people, but like Wolfire Games CEO apparently has revealed he's revealed that he's leading a class action antitrust lawsuit against Valve. Representing game developers against Valve Corporation, who, just to say, they own Steam. Valve owns Steam, which is the majority of the PC digital market.
Yeah.
So basically, the thing about this is that David Rosen is claiming that Valve is threatening developers. Let me start that over. Rosen is claiming that Valve will contact you and threaten to take your game off of Steam if you have your game on other platforms at a lower price than on Steam itself. So now I don't know if you two you two can probably do the math on why that is incredibly
that doesn't seem
anti-competitive behavior, which is why there's an antitrust lawsuit against them. But if that turns out to be the case, what?
I said, yeah, why?
Yeah, it's just like, that's incredibly anti-competitive behavior if it's the truth. Like, but specifically, yeah. So he's claiming that gamers and game developers are being harmed by Valve's conduct. Distribution class publishing Steam. Yeah, other lower prices on other stores have been contacted by Valve, telling them that their game will be removed from Steam if they do not raise their prices on competing stores. So, well, yeah. Also, just to let you know, Wolfire Games is the people behind Overgrowth. By the way, when it says competing stores, that means like your own personal website as well. So like, because he was saying that Wolfire Games developed the game Overgrowth, just quote, yeah, saying that they would remove Overgrowth from Steam if I allowed it to be sold at a lower price anywhere, even from my own website, without Steam keys and without Steam's DRM. So, if, like I said, this is all just claimed by the guy. This has not been confirmed at all. But if this turns out to be true, that's some very heavy anti-competitive like that's very illegal what they're doing.
No, it's clever. It's very clever. Of
Like
them.
if it turns out to be true, that is some very illegal things they are doing.
Yeah.
And like they okay, so a lot of people in the comments of this article that I was reading were basically defending Valve because they're like, but they don't have a monopoly. What are you talking about? You can just choose not to
What?
You can just choose not to have your game on Steam at all. It's like, don't know if you know this, but you don't have to be the only platform in the business to be a monopoly, nor do you have to be a monopoly to do the things Valve are doing. And they kind of do hold a monopoly, since it's like, I believe the statistic was like, hold on, it actually is rated here somewhere. That is, yeah. Oh, that yeah. So also, I'd like to point out, Valve takes 30% of revenue from game developers that sell games on their platform. This also like goes up and down depending on how well the game is doing, but but like they basically take up, like, I believe it's over 60, possibly 70% of the digital market on PC, digital game distribution market on PC. And there are a lot of different storefront and platforms you can buy games from. However, Valve, like, they're strong-arming developers.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, this is real. This is really bad if it turns out to be true for Valve. And but like
Threatening.
I got really angry the other day because I was reading those comments and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe there's this many stupid people who don't understand the law and how this stuff works. And also, like, why are you defending this corporation? They don't care about you. I don't understand. It baffles my mind when I see people fanboy, like, praise and like defend the corporations so much. Like, it baffles my mind. It's like, you're defending a corporation. They don't care about you. I don't know why you care so much.
Well, because there might be, I can kind of see that, because there might, like, if you're a truth seeker and then someone defames a company in a way that's completely untrue, you could be like, well, that's not true.
Well, this is all alleged. I am saying this is all alleged, but under the goddamn brain, under the assumption that this is true is where I'm discussing from. Because honestly, I mean, it might not be true. That's very much could be the case. But
Yeah.
under the assumption that it is true, this is really bad for Valve. Because anyways, point being that, moving swiftly onward from that, I just also want to say, like, Valve/Steam have kind of been what I would say bad for a while, because they kind of own a monopoly, which means they don't have to try at all. So their platform is honestly kind of bad, but because it's the biggest in town, they don't have to do anything to make it successful anymore. And also, like, there's a lot of people who will only buy things. Like, there's a lot of people who, like, will say, oh, that game looks interesting, but if it's not coming out on Steam, they will genuinely not buy it because that's what the market share and everything that's going on with Steam. Also, Valve, like, you know what? No, I don't know. I'm not going to go on a rant about Steam. I'm going to save that for another day. I don't need to go on a rant about why I dislike Steam quite a bit today. I don't need to do that today. I can save it for later when I have a reason to talk about it. Anyways. But yes, anything to comment on or say, period, at all? Ketchup, tomatoes?
No.
Yes. All right. So just summing it up, basically, like Valve, if this is true, they're performing a lot of very anti-competitive moves, which is incredibly illegal to do. So if this is all true, this antitrust lawsuit has some ground to stand on. Otherwise, it'll just be piss in the wind, because Valve is fucking rich as all hell. Anyways, that was the last bit of news we had today. If Max was here, we probably would have gotten a lot more talking points out of some of this, because, but it's fine. I'm the reason this exists anyway, so it's not like I care very much about how much talking we actually get. Anyways, yeah, that's the end of the news segment, which usually means basically the end of the show, where we move on to shameless self-promotion and all of that. But I don't know, do you want to
I have a brief question.
all right.
So there's a person I met in Romania. I didn't meet them in Romania because I haven't been in Romania, but they are from Romania.
All right.
And I was curious if you'd be cool with them being on the show at some point. They're not interested today. And the time zones are very weird, so it'd be like 10:30
all right,
over there.
we'll discuss that after the show, because that doesn't need to be on here. Okay.
Never mind then.
Anyways, well,
Lovely.
I was gonna say, do you want to see if you have a host topic? But clearly we do not.
Oh.
Well, that's
Why
fine.
we any votes?
Listen, it's fine. We had a lot of news to talk about anyways. We don't need a host topic.
Do you think video games should be mandatory?
I mean, they're a hobby.
But only Minecraft should be mandatory.
Should they
No
be a
other video
mandatory
games.
hobby? Should everyone be?
All other video games should be illegal.
No.
Whoa. It's a hot take.
All right then. Let's just move on to shameless self-promotion, the part of the show where we shamelessly self-promote ourselves about what we have coming up and where you can find us, and you should go watch our stuff, blah blah blah. So without further ado, Devin, shamelessly self-promote yourself. What have you got coming up this week, and where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Devin. I also go by DevMafu or DevMafu Gaming. If you look up DevMafu Gaming
or Blending
or Deliat Z, shush, I'm doing that. If you look up DevMafu Gaming, the podcast actually shows up right under my channel rather than any of my videos.
Really? That's interesting.
If you look up Deliat Z, then you will get Deliat Z, and that's my other channel. That's kind of like my channel that I'm trying to actually do stuff on. And then I have Blingden, which is Minecraft stuff, and Sabre, or so I've been reading an encyclopedia for little animated videos about history and stuff, which I think are really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it, I think.
And nobody can find you on Twitter because Twitter doesn't exist.
Nope. You can find me on, well, you can't find me on Facebook. Please don't find me on Facebook. You can find me on
find on Facebook, quick, everyone.
No.
Facebook doesn't exist.
You can find me in Minecraft.
Bookface does exist.
Bookface, sure.
Bookface.
You can find me in Minecraft on the Hypixel server.
Yeah. Under the name of DevMafu.
Whenever you are on.
Wednesdays, usually.
All right, then.
Just in case you want to friend me. Because no, I'm serious. I have like 30 or 40 friends, and I just want all the friends. I want so many friends that when I log on, chat is just impossible because there's just so many friend notifications just happening. I think that'd be hilarious.
All right, then. Enjoy the 5 people. Enjoy the 5 extra friends. So that's it for you. That's what you're whatever. I mean, like, do you have any videos that you're coming up or what have you?
I have a painting video.
All right.
That's
Matthew,
I have
what are
to
you
edit that.
doing
I have a
this
bunch of
week?
footage for that.
No.
I
Yeah, Matthew. So,
I-
boop, 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 boop. Matthew, what are you doing this weekend? What do you have coming up? And where can people find you? Fell apart at the last part. God damn.
I'm not gonna answer it. I'm kidding. What am I doing this week? I'm not gonna be uploading anything this week, I don't think, because I'm gonna be editing a bunch of stuff. Because I'm gonna be releasing 3 videos before I think I decided the end of summer
All right.
or before the end of
balance
June or July. Some soon time that is within time constraints because I'm gonna add music. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff with it because I'm gonna try to do quality over quantity.
Makes sense. That's
Hmm.
not how YouTube's algorithm works, but makes sense.
You'd be surprised recently.
No.
That's true. No, we have a friend who has a video that has 52,000 views.
Good for him.
He
Wait,
has 12
seriously? What?
subscribers. Yeah, Agrari, Nadine's husband.
Wowee,
okay.
zowie.
Yeah, it's just one video though, but it's still like, whoa.
Like, I'm gonna
Algorithm.
prioritize quality because I think that's more important. But I will have those released eventually. I might be doing some streaming, not necessarily Minecraft, but on Twitch. It's all under Mystical Meanderings. All of it is there on like Twitch, YouTube, technically Twitter. Don't think that actually works though. There's also, I don't think there's anything else. My brain broke.
All right. And so be sure to check out next episode of the GTD podcast because we will be having Will Smith and Dustin Hoffman. I think that's a person. And
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. And Gordon Ramsay.
And Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
And
Those are the
Dwayne-
people we're gonna have on.
No, we're having Dwayne
Oh
the
man,
Stone
that's
Johnson.
so many guests.
Yeah. They're
Honestly,
just-
I could probably get Gordon Ramsay on this podcast. Have you seen what he's been doing recently? He's just been
No.
doing a lot of like TikTok internet videos. I could
That's-
probably get him on this podcast if I cared enough.
Try. I want to see you do it.
We'll also be
Try.
having James of the Odd Ones out and
Okay,
Rice Gum.
Matthew. finish shilling yourself so we can move on to myself.
I was chilling the next episode, guys.
None of that is true.
You
Oh
could
my
try to get
gosh.
Gordon Ramsay on.
Don't
I think it would be
spoil it.
hilarious if you could. Mostly because, like, what?
He
That would
shows
be
up-
I don't know
He
anything.
shows
about
up to
him,
talk with 3 people that are like probably 20 years younger than him.
about video
And
games.
it's like,
Nothing to do with
Oh yes,
cooking.
I'm gonna. Oh yes, I'm gonna be here. I don't know why I'm Australian, Ramsey, but I am. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be talking about food. It's like, no, fuck you. We're gonna be talking about. I don't play video games though. I don't know. Just shut up.
Why am I even on the show, guys? It's
Aw,
like
man.
we need a celebrity on the show. I mean, we're fans of your cooking content. You make cooking content, right? Where are
I
you?
love Gordon Ramsay. I think he's
YouTube,
really-
TikTok? Where? How
I
are
love
you?
Gordon Ramsay. I think he's a really cool guy. And
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I
We
I
should
don't
get George
have much
Washington
coming
on the
up
show.
because I'm gonna be focused
he's dead.
and Stanley and Napoleon. We should get those 3 on the show.
Matthew,
Sorry.
just finish shilling yourself. Jesus.
Okay. Yes. All right. I don't really have much coming up this week, but I will have stuff coming up within the next month, probably a month or 2. YouTube
All right.
videos, Minecraft. And I'm gonna be getting the videos sorted for the D&D game. I'm gonna do that today and force Stefan to edit them. Yes.
I will
Yes,
have
just think
no
about that
free
word.
time. Just see my future.
It's disappearing over the horizon.
Don't worry, you'll be able to use Epidemic Sound for the music. I'll log you into my account. You won't have to pay for it. They have over 30,000 pieces of music.
Do you really want somebody who's honestly mostly done comedy edits to try and do something serious?
Me? Comedy edits? What? No.
I don't mind him doing the D&D game. Have you seen how
Are you
serious
kidding?
that D&D
He's gonna
game is.
zoom in on your face and make a weird sound. I've seen your content, bud. I know what's it about. I know what's up.
I'm giving him control over the editing, so
Yeah, he's the director.
I'll be editing certain things that are
He's
unrelated.
gonna zoom
they're
zoom in on his own
technically
face
episodes,
when he
but-
rolls a 1.
Let me tell you. Let me
I-
tell
it
you a
needs to be more
secret though.
serious.
A secret though about Matthew. Oh, you see, I'm gonna stop saying. I'm gonna stop putting O after.
What the hell was that?
It's Italian, though. So you see,
Oh,
the
he's not
secret
even
though
close
about
to being
Matthew,
Italian.
is that he does not like his voice though. It sounds
What are you
very
doing?
bad though.
I
Very
don't.
bad.
Space Australian? What the hell?
To me.
Australian. I'm being Italian. Space Italiano.
Italiano.
Spacio Italiano.
And you're from Mars.
Oh,
No, I'm not from Mars, though.
Space Australia. You should why?
God. Stop. No.
Uh,
This is all awful. What are you doing?
no, it's
Both of
perfect
you,
though. Anyway, he does not like his voice though, so it annoys
know.
him, and that's why I'm
I don't
editing.
want to listen to it for 30, 50
Anyways,
hours of
Yes,
content.
Matthew is a sound owl.
I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better with listening to it as I watch my
Seriously,
videos and edit them.
just go watch the podcast and you'll be able to not listen to yourself at all because you don't talk during it.
I talk during this one a fair amount,
Yeah, I noticed that.
which
All
means I
right.
just don't watch this one.
I'm putting my 3-fingered hand down on the table. Go. Are you
Ow.
done chilling for yourself? Jeez. Have we even gotten across what you're doing? I don't even know.
I'm gonna test out the just chatting section of Twitch because I'm curious about it. I've been watching stuff on getting started on Twitch so that I'm not like soft locking myself
Right.
in a limbo state for a while. I'm also gonna figure out how YouTube works better.
Oh, wow. Ain't that nice?
Basically, I'm purposely trying to learn both of the algorithms
All right. Enjoy that.
while still doing my own thing.
You'll have plenty of time to do that while you're not editing.
I'm gonna be editing.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna say you're done, and I'm just gonna say
Yes,
find
I'm
him on
done.
Twitter, but he doesn't post anything. Mystical Meanderings, that's his channel all over the place.
That's true.
Go
I
with
don't
it.
post anything.
All right, you're
Go
done.
watch my stuff.
I'm gonna cut you
Yeah.
off here before we.
All right, Aaron, what you're up to?
What am I up to? Well,
Are you
I'm
publishing
so
anything
glad
other
you
than the
asked, faceless wall man. I'm the Norax. I speak for the podcast because I do the podcast thing and I upload the podcast every week on Sunday. You'll be able to check it out every week. We only miss some uploads because other than that, I honestly, there's no reason to shill for something that you haven't done. So I'm not gonna. I can, yes, but I'm gonna continue upload the podcast every Sunday. Check it out here on the channel you're currently watching. I have some videos planned for future, but I've been busy a lot recently because sitting down and writing things is a separate state of mind to working on things other than writing. So that's a thing. Also, you can find me on Twitter /us on Twitter at gaming, the discussion, where I retweet and post news articles and things I find interesting, as well as occasionally tweet out the random whatevers because I don't use Twitter very much because I'm not a 17-year-old. Also,
Hey.
also go check out Max. He was supposed to be here today, but he canceled at the last minute because of time constraints. Go check out Max. He's Dillian Kriker on YouTube and other places. He makes weird anime content, so go check out the Weeb of Tomorrow. Go. Anyways, that was shameless self-promotion, a train wreck of a segment. What
I've learned a technique for getting work done, by the way.
is it? Sit down and do it.
Nope. It's called sit down in a different place than you normally do stuff and do it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Like if you try to
Yeah.
sit down
The
at your
thing is,
desk,
like-
you already use your desk for something else, you're never going to get any work done at your desk.
Well, the thing is, I am comfortable sitting here and typing away. It's just I need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a matter of whatever.
Okay.
Anyways,
Does it look like I have an earring?
no, I mean, kinda, I guess.
What?
Anyways, that was shameless self-promotion. That was an absolute train wreck, but that's fine. Thank you. It's end of the show. God damn. I can't speak anymore. Why can't I speak? God. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the GTD podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, unsubscribe, comment, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Jesus, man. What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, what happened?
You ate the spicy thing.
You know what? That's where everything went downhill. Anyways, so I'm gonna try that again. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the GTD podcast. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, hearts, whatever you want to do. You can find everything we talked about as well as everybody's channels in the description or pinned comment below if you're on YouTube. You can watch the GTD podcast both here if you're on YouTube or here if you're on SoundCloud. SoundCloud, the GTD podcast, and here, Gaming the Discussion, the GTD podcast. You can find it, I'm sure.
Probably.
But yeah, that's it. Can we get a I don't know. What was I gonna say? Oh, that's right. I was gonna just everything's a wash. You two say goodbye so I can end this travesty.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yes.
Travesty.
I thought it was cool.